What do you think Yost would think of your almost point a minute offense so far?
I'd say so far so good.
Here, Chris.
You talk about how the offensive line graded out on Saturday.
Did well. They played a lot of plays. The offensive linemen really were in the most snaps of the game. Mason Cole was the best of all the linemen, and I think the other four were real close, but I thought Mason stood out.
Back, Rashawn.
Coach, I noticed at the satellite camps, you always told the campers, don't be Freddy Peace Off. I've been trying to find out, who is this guy, Freddy Peace Off?
He's a 4-inch guy that wears a cape and a hat with a plume in it, and he's just tall enough to talk right into your ear and tell you that you don't have to practice today. Why are you working so hard? Get over there in the shade. No need to attack with enthusiasm unknown to mankind today. So take a break, take a knee. Yeah, he's not a guy you want around. You want to get him off your shoulder as fast as possible.
Thanks, Coach.
Middle back there, Nick.
Jim, I know you guys do the practice where you have the guys sprint and you race. You know, I'm talking about when you have them race in practice.
Yeah.
Sprints.
Mm-hmm.
Where does,
races.
Yeah, the races. Yes, right.
Races.
Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Eddie McDoon land in those heats with the skill guys?
We don't do those in the fall
Right.
as much as we do in the spring. We're real close though to having a race between J.U. Chesson and Eddie McDoon. It's been talked about. So when that official challenge is made, and we'll race them. It's been close. There's been discussion if Eddie's faster than J.U. or not. But that would be the guy that Eddie would have to dethrone.
But he's up there with the fastest on the team.
To my eye, he is. I mean, my eye time of watching him run is right up there with J.U. And I'm not the only one. There's been a few others that have commented on it and would like to see that race. It may take place. The gauntlet, the challenge has not been thrown down yet, so it's just been talked about.
Directly in the middle here, John.
Coach Clint Hill's obviously been helping you around the goal line for sure, but can you comment specifically on how he's done so far and on your fullbacks in general?
Yeah, I would say Khalid has been outstanding in all areas, blocking, catching out of the backfield, protection, and a special gift of being able to run the ball. He's got a real knack. Picked up some 4th downs for us and touchdowns. He looks like the most complete NFL prototypical fullback on our roster, and the others, Henry Poggi. I think he's coming along, and they're both real tough guys. You know, they got. I think of the hammer. You know, you'd rather be the hammer than the nail. I think of the fullback as, you know, the guy we want to be in our hammer. That almost there's a special place on our team for the fullback position. You know, it's the identity of the team, and both those guys, and along with Bobby Henderson. I mean, all three have a real courage, contact courage. I think of it as contact courage. You know, how fast can you go from point A to point B to hit somebody? That's when the courage shows up, and just how quick you get there to do that aggressive act. So feel good about all our fullbacks right now. But as the most polished guy in terms of at an NFL ready level, I would say that would be Khalid.
Back middle, Isaiah.
Hey, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
You worked with Colorado's defensive coordinator Jim Levitt in San Francisco.
Good man.
What are you expecting to see from his defense on Saturday?
Yeah, very aggressive, Opportunistic. You know, they dive on your mistakes. They create turnovers. You know, very sound. It's already showing up. You know, they're already getting turnovers and playing with a lot of hustle and a lot of instinct and talent. You know, I think Jim's really brought out a lot of the talent that's on the team. And there's some really outstanding players on their defense. He's doing a great job bringing them together, playing well together, and guys are playing really well individually and as a team.
Coach right in front, Mark.
How much of Saturday's struggles after the 31-0 is attributable to being up so much? I mean, do you think, is there a thing where guys lose focus or they're not as sharp once you have such a big lead and you're working with that, do you think?
No, I mean, yeah, I guess we're not agreeing on that. I mean, we thought we played, I thought we were very sharp throughout the game. We won every quarter and did what we had to do, got the job done.
Over to your left here, Adam.
Jim, divisive questions, making a statement. I just don't agree with the premise of the statement, so hard to answer the question.
On Saturday, you know, you got some good play from Matt Godin on the D-line. Chase Winovich is working in there. I think Lawrence Marshall got some snaps too. Just curious your thoughts on the depth and how much you and Don Brown are preparing, you know, with Taco and Brian out, knowing that you have other guys that you can rotate in there.
Yeah, preparing a lot.
Okay, Angela.
Do you expect Jordan to play this weekend?
We'll see. Today's the first practice.
Larry.
No better after today.
With this offense, so far so good, are you not willing to get too excited because of the competition you played, or just early in the season, or there's still more you want to see?
I'm excited, and want to keep getting better. Find the things that we're good at, and keep working on those, enhancing those, and any place that we can improve. That's you know, excited about that. So I'm excited.
The tailbacks.
It's not about me to look like I'm not excited.
Well, I just didn't know how excited you were, I guess.
Media sometimes gets it wrong.
The tailbacks, it took them a while to break off some plays. Was that just because they were totally stacking against the run there?
Yeah, that was you know, I think it was obvious for anybody that knows football to see that there were a lot of guys at the line of scrimmage and a lot of run type of blitzes, which, you know, opened up some real good opportunities for us in the play action pass game. But I thought our backs ran real hard, protected the football, and still rushed for over 100 yards.
Back right.
They acquitted themselves well.
Dan.
Taco Charlton also in the wheel seat as the week progresses.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about, you grew up with the McCartney family close to you here in Michigan, with Colorado coming back to town.
Yeah.
Do you have memories of Bill sharing an office with your dad growing up? And what
Yeah.
that was like?
I do. Great family. Love the McCartneys. And they had the best cereal of anybody in the neighborhood. We had Cheerios, no flavor. We had Wheaties, but you could go to the McCartneys. They had one of those little carousels under the cabinet with Captain Crunch and Lucky Charms, and Fruit Loops, and a wide assortment, 10 or 12 different kinds of really good cereals. So, and Lindy was great. She, if you were hungry, you could just come in and get yourself a bowl of cereal. Love it for that.
Coach McCartney himself, his legacy in coaching, what do you memories of him coaching?
Yeah, great memories. Great coach, and looking forward to seeing him. I believe he's coming to the game Saturday. Remember being on my official visit when I was going to Michigan and had a good long talk with Coach McCartney. The night before, Bo offered me a scholarship, and Coach had some really good things to say to me, and and was very convincing as to why I should come to Michigan. Always appreciated him for that too. He ended up leaving maybe like a couple weeks after that, or less than a month later. He went on and took the head coaching job, but he was there for my official visit, and always appreciated he took that time to spend with me.
Ron, Mark?
How do you guys prepare for tempo in terms of like the scout team? I guess coaches all kind of do it differently during the week.
Try to simulate it best we can.
Do you like do full scale changes? You have two scout teams like
Two
rolling,
scout teams, two huddles.
control it.
Yeah, and we're doing good. I mean, in practice, we were getting a play off 13 to 17 seconds a play in practice, and we've been doing it now for 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks almost of that type of tempo for our defense.
Coach on your right there, Max.
With the number of tight ends you guys have used early in the year, have you thought about how many you could use on a given play? I mean, have you ever done 5 on one play before?
We've done 4. Haven't done 5 yet. We could.
Come over to your left here, Coach Rachel.
Jim, Michigan and Colorado, they've only met 4 times since, 1974. The most memorable, obviously, was the 1994 Hail Mary game. What do you remember about that game? Did you watch that game?
I watched it, yes.
What do you remember about it? Besides the Hail Mary, obviously.
Yeah, I remember that the most. Cordell Stewart threw that amazing Hail Mary pass. That's what I remember the most.
Stay on your left here, Mike.
Hey, Jim. On some of the blitzes that they timed up really well and they were able to get in, are those communication issues with the offensive line, Mason saying like we need to get this guy to block or we need to have that guy get blocked, or is that an execution issue where the communication was there but just didn't get the block taken care of?
Both things occurred. Both things were communication wasn't right, and then we physically didn't slide our feet to the right spot. And the other thing was there was an issue with the eyes, where they put their eyes and looking out instead of looking in. So those 3 things all occurred on those different plays.
Fair to say those are points of emphasis for your players this week?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm very excited as a coach that when you win a game 51-14, and then you still have things to go in and coach and feel like you can improve your play on. There's probably no better feeling as a coach than to start the week that way, and it makes me very optimistic that there's ways that we can improve. There's things that we can fix, and I'm very confident with the coaches and players that we have that will do that. It makes you feel like you can get better. So that's always happy about that, to be in that position.
We got time for a couple more. We'll start on the right, Nick.
Jim, when a team does load up the box 8-9 guys and they do it all game and don't ever switch from it, do you like that test for your offensive line? Is that like one of those callus building things you talk about where they're going to have to, that's an adverse situation they got to get through? Do you like that they were challenged that way?
I do like that. I do like that, and that's, we continue to prepare for that because it does give the opportunity for J.U. Chesson, for Amar Darboh, for Jake Butt to be singled up in coverage, and we like our chances a lot in those type of situations, and we like the way our quarterback's throwing the football and the way he's got the ability to throw it downfield and be accurate. And we know that we got the guys up front that protect, and we got the backs that can protect, we got the fullbacks that can protect. So yeah, that's a part of the game that we get excited about. It's an opportunity for us.
Come down here on your left, Angelique.
Jim, you mentioned the margin of victory. Does it surprise you when an opposing coach comes out afterwards and says that his team, in a losing effort, out-hit your team?
They hit well. That was a good physical football team. I was impressed the way they tackled. I was impressed the way the way they played. It was very impressed with their speed. That was, you know, I agree that they played very well. I mean, my view of it after the game and after watching the film was that, you know, we got the job done. We took care of business physically in the lines. I feel the same as I did after the game. As you notice, I didn't say we dominated, but I thought we got the better of it. I thought we got the better of it, but not by a huge margin. I thought they have a very good football team. They're very well coached, and yeah, I was impressed with their aggression, their toughness, their speed. I wish them luck the rest of the way.
In the back left, Steve.
Jim, Matt Godin had a career high in tackles and got around the field pretty well on Saturday. What have you liked about his play this season?
He's a steady, you know, high performing guy, tough guy, always in the lineup. Really impressed with him, and he is almost playing to the level of Ryan Glasgow, who was a defensive lineman. Played his best game this past week, and probably one of the better games I've ever seen a defensive lineman play. I mean, it was that good the way in terms of how he played the position and graded out. And then, you know, Godin is a very similar player. You know, not quite to the level of where Glasgow's playing right now, but it's good. It's great having both of them. Also, Mo Hurst, having him back in the lineup, he brought some real energy and good play. And Chris Wormley was outstanding in the ball game. So one of our top performers on defense, along with Jabril. Those guys, Glasgow, Wormley, Jabril, were our top performers on defense. And Godin was up there. Godin was certainly up there.
Graded high.
He graded high. That's okay. Good man. Great guy to be around, too.
Yeah.
Last question, John.
Coach, as somebody that's as close to the process as you are, is it gratifying to see Wilton Spate so much more in command of the offense and the situation than maybe he was a year ago?
Yeah, well, we've talked about that plenty. You know, how far all of our quarterbacks have come in a year. Been seeing the command of the offense, the accuracy, the good play. Always felt like accurate in practice, you'll be accurate in the game. You're in command of the offense in practice, you'll be in command of the offense in the game. Usually that's how it works. It's just the way it is. But you never know until you actually get into the game. But to see him do it in practice and do it in the game, sure, that's an unknown that's, you know, out of the equation. He can get it done. So keep going, keep going onward with Wilton, and just keep trying to find things that he can improve his game. And experience tells me, I mean, it's not going to be the real influx that he had from last year to this year. I mean, to go like that, it was a real inflection point. But there'll be subtle things that he can do to keep improving always. It's just the nature of that position. There's not a play you can't look at in practice and say, could have done a little bit something better or different. Sometimes the ball is thrown as well as it can possibly be thrown, but you know, but there's things before that in terms of footwork and eye placement, things that can be improved on, and like about every position in football. Receiver's another one where about every single down you could find something within the play to improve on.